Getting deployed on AWS and understanding the amazing speed that can be possible creates new business opportunities. Our next session features the UK's largest sofa retailer and an AWS partner to take us through the business potential behind visual AI. It is my pleasure to introduce James Vernon and Ross Gillanders.
Thank you very much, Simon. It's a pleasure to be with you all today. My name is Ross Gillanders, and I work for a company called Visenze. Visenze are the leading providers of visual AI technology to the retail industry. What we do essentially is we recognize fashion and homewares images accurately and at scale, and then we use that technology to create a suite of solutions that helps just over 100 different companies all around the world to reach their business outcomes. And I'm delighted to be joined by one of those customers today, James Vernon, the head of online from DFS. Hello, James.
Hi, Ross. My name's James Vernon, as Ross has said. I'm the head of online at DFS and Dwell. At DFS, we are the market leader in sales of sofas in the UK, and we're kind of famous for offering customers great value, but also great quality sofas. So a lot of our sofas are handmade in the UK. And range is a really important thing for us. So we've got a variety of brands that we offer across French Connection to Jules to Grand Designs. And our latest campaign around What's Your Thing is really trying to focus on that in terms of helping customers understand that we've got a product for every customer. My role really is to ensure that we've got a seamless customer journey across the website, but also supporting our colleagues in store. But on top of that, I guess looking after the team that set up the product information, the product imagery, to make sure we've got all the information a customer needs to research products online, and ultimately through all of that, try and hit the targets that we're set as a team.
Thank you, James. And as a traditional bricks and mortar retailer who have been selling online for a number of years now, what are some of the unique challenges that you may experience as the head of online?
Obviously, the nature of the industry we're in, we're all about some high ticket items. A sofa, I think, is purchased once every 7 years. So we've got customers coming to us not frequently, like you might have with some of your fashion retailers or grocery shopping. So we've got some different challenges there. I think also the nature of our product means that customers want to try it out. It's important that they find out information around the product and choose the style they like. But we call it the comfort test at DFS, where people like to go into stores and to be able to sit on it. So that's definitely part of sort of the challenge we face as an online retailer, as part of an integrated omni-channel retailer, is to say, how do we support customers across both of those channels so that we can help customers research online, but also get them into stores to sit it and talk to our sales colleagues in stores who know a thing or two about finding the right sofa for customers.
Aside from the challenges, are there any unique opportunities that online presents that you've learned over the last few years?
Absolutely. I mean, the technology that's available out there is something that we obviously want to try to tap into to help customers understand if this is a sofa that's right for them. So we've invested in a number of different technologies, whether it's augmented reality, so that customers can visualize what that product will look like in their own room, through to room planners and all sorts. Obviously, the relationship we've got as well, Ross, with Visenze in terms of visual search and similar recommendations. So perhaps we'll come on to that in a little while. But yeah, there's definitely opportunities there for us to help customers research before they go into store, but also we support customers on the back end of the journey as well, so tracking their order online. So yeah, we're really trying to be an integrated retailer, so offering customers a seamless journey across whatever route they choose to take, but trying to give them the best information and content we can to help them that journey at every stage.
When you talk about that customer journey, I assume then that customer journey, when they come through the online channel, then is slightly different than the journey in store. Can you just speak for a second, please, about some of the opportunities that may exist, that customer journey, when they're dealing with DFS online as opposed to in store?
We were always conscious that when you're coming online, you haven't got the ability to touch and feel and to walk the showroom, as it were. I think one of the other things we're aware of is that almost a third of our customers will land on a product page rather than necessarily come in through the route that everyone expects, which is through the homepage, etc. So I think for us, we certainly looked at the customer journey and said there was definitely an opportunity for us to revisit how we help customers discover more of our ranges. We talked at the start about what's your thing, and we're very conscious that actually we've got a variety of different products across a variety of different categories. This is a typical product page, as we call it, but this is where customers, like I say, quite a few customers will land. And historically here we try and help customers understand what the different material types we've got, what the colours are that we've got, some of the product information, the dimensions, etc. So this is important information for customers to help them buy this product. This is where AR tool comes in, augmented reality. We've also got down here some of the user-generated content that some of our customers have supplied to us to show what the product looks like in their homes. We'll come back to this section in a little while. But further down here, you've got all the other products that we've got within the range. This was a challenge for us because we were showing, again, more of the variations of the zinc sofa, but we weren't actually able to help customers find more products that were similar to this.
Exactly, and this is, I think, where we came in, where Visenze came in, and if I recall our conversation, this is exactly it. When someone would go into a sofa, you would show them similar products from that range, again, replicating, as I understand it, what was happening in the store. And I think there was a kind of a light bulb moment for you when you said, well, we don't have to do that online, that we can provide visually similar recommendations to the customer. That if somebody is looking for a particular type of sofa and they come into the product detail page, that there's something about the look of that sofa, the size or the shape or the color, that interests them. And that's when we started talking about visually similar recommendations.
Yeah, we started with our conversation with visual search originally, and it's another good example where we are, customers come online and they can search for a variety of products, which they can't do that necessarily in store. And we wanted to add that element of searching by an image, and then very quickly, like you say, we sort of realised on the back of that there could be some opportunities here for us to surface products that look similar to the one you're currently on. We took our time on this one to make sure that we got this right, because I think it was a fine balance between us trying to say, let the tool recommend everything that is similar, versus trying to put in some rules and logic into the tool, which we worked with your team on to make sure that we found a happy medium between. We didn't want to surface a load more variations of the zinc here, because we're already doing that below the fold, as you can see. But we wanted to surface the customer products, individual ranges that had similarities to this product. And, we wanted to try and offer similar price points so that we weren't trying to massively trade people up. But we knew what customers' budgets were. But there was similarities in these products, whether it's the feet, whether it's the arm style, whether it's the cushions at the back. And this would have taken us hours and hours to curate this manually per range. So for us to let the computer vision do the work was a real win for us.
Yeah, that's great to hear. For us in Visenze, it was a very interesting project. If you recall, we went through a kind of a 3-month proof of concept phase where we were tweaking this constantly to, as you say, put in business rules around pricing and make sure we get the price point right, but also being able to filter around things like shape and color so that our technology may bring back the most visually similar sofa, but could we get better results by giving greater weight to color or to shape, and tweaking the results that came back and then filtering them by obviously pricing and elements like that. So it was a really interesting project working with you and your team, James, to make sure we were able to deliver the best results for DFS customers.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think, the results from that test kind of spoke for themselves. So I think it was a 50-50 A/B test that we ran. And I think, the results were we had to double check them to make sure they were as good as we were seeing. But conversion uplifts of 10% and AOV growth of 8% were definitely benefits we wanted to bake into the site. So we moved from the proof of concept through to the to baking it into the code. So it's part of our journey across 100% of the traffic. We know that when we're looking at the test, 13% of customers get down to this sort of section of the site. And those that do see it, I think it was around 20% of customers were engaging with it, which is significant for us in terms of traction on the site. It's definitely here to stay for us in terms of a tool that helps customers. And like I said, with the volume of customers that land on a product page from something like Google Shopping or from emails or what have you, it's just a great tool to allow us to surface more range at this point, to give them an avenue out of this sort of dead end of a product page if they're not happy with this particular product.
Yeah, well, certainly increasing conversion rates of 10%. We were delighted to see that. We really were, and it's a great project for us to have worked on. What are some of the I suppose the tips that you would give to somebody who was embarking on a similar journey around visually similar recommendations? Is there any advice that you could give to someone who's thinking of this?
It's all in the planning, I think. We found that the first iteration we went with, we soon discovered actually, it's all about trying to get the rules in a good place. So making sure that you're clear on the logic. So do you want cutouts? Do you want lifestyle? Have you got enough lifestyle images for all of the variations you might show this on? Some of the rules around price points, and just trying to make sure that you get the balance right between having a visually similar product, but not one that is twice the price or half the price. I think those are the key things, really, Ross, and just making sure that you work closely with the third party to make sure it's as smooth as possible.
No, great. And there's a lot of things you're doing in DFS, some really exciting things. You've just gone ahead with us. I wonder, could you talk a little bit about the journey that you're on within DFS from a digital transformation perspective? I know you're working very closely with AWS on that.
Yeah, I think for us, we work backwards from the customer proposition. So for us, it's now, what's your thing is the campaign title we've got. So for us, it's thinking about the technology or the campaigns that we might be able to run that support that overarching message. So we're going to be doing a lot more in the realms of personalization. I'm sure most people are thinking about how we can make things more relevant for our customers, whether that's using AI routes or not. It's kind of just exploring all the technology that helps us do that. Visualization tools we've already touched on. That's still an area we want to do more on, and helping customers shop through images. We see that as a big opportunity going forward. So get the look. We're working on something around integration with Pinterest to try and make sure that customers' inspiration can be matched with the products we have more seamlessly. And I guess guided selling is the other area we're kind of looking into. So how do you sort of take the cues or even the overt information customers are giving you to help customers find their thing?
Very interesting. Yeah, well, look, it's been fantastic project for us. We continue to work with you in DFS and very closely, obviously, with our partners in AWS also. So, Simon, I'll pass it back to you. But thank you very much, James, for making time to talk to us today. And I'll hand you back to Simon. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
James and Ross, thank you for that session with impressive results. Wrapping up this section on digital commerce, I would like